Hey guys, just a quick heads up here. I'm sorry about the quality of the microphone the whole way through the video. I tried to fix it up in post after the fact, but I couldn't really, so you will hear it throughout the video, which is a bit of a shame, but I will go and buy another microphone because I'm just not happy with that at all. Anyway, on with the video. Hey everyone, long time no speak. In this episode I'm working on removing some light rust spots, removing some trim from both inside and outside of the car, including removing the seats and the carpets in order to look at the floor plan. I've been pretty busy in the car recently, which is a bit behind of where we currently are in my YouTube series, so I felt a bit motivated to go ahead and just release another video, as it has been a couple of months since my last one. So I'm looking forward to catching the video series up to where I currently am to show you what I've done. Anyway, starting off with the boot seal, I've just peeled up the boot trim rubber to find some pretty crusty looking lip underneath it. At this point, it's just pretty inconsequential rust, so I just ground it off with a drill bit and then sprayed it with some rust converter, and after all that all dried and everything like that, I just simply hit it with some paint just to seal it, to protect it a bit better. There was a bit of overspray on it, but I don't really care, as a lot of this spot isn't really visible. It did actually sort of spray next to the tail light where you can see it, but it's all going to be repainted at one point anyway, so I'm not particularly fussed, and it's not the end of the world. Not going to cry over spilt paint, that's for sure. After finishing off with the boot, I went ahead and actually started stripping the inside of the car. I didn't record this unfortunately, so I've taken the glove box out and a little bit of the center console, freeing all this space up, so it was good to sort of have a look at how all that goes. And I guess because I didn't record it, the challenge is I now need to remember how to put that in, or work out how to put that back together after the fact, which that's not really going to be fun because I can't remember how I took it out or where everything went, so that's going to be a bit of a challenge.
You messed up big time.
Yeah, so everything at this point is pretty cracked. These A pillars on the left and right hand side were pretty significantly bad. You could actually see some dried glue from the past where someone's tried to repair it. So that obviously hasn't really stuck together too well, and you can already see all those cracks, and most of that was there before I even touched it. So unfortunately with this bit here, it did sort of splinter off into not 100,000 pieces, but definitely quite a few big large chunks, which I went off after this to tape together real quick, just so I've got the rough shape of it, so I'm not fiddling around with the jigsaw afterwards. So I'm hoping to learn to do some plastic welding in order to melt some, I guess, some thin stainless steel mesh into the back of it to hold it together, because I can't find these pieces. They're not too many cars which are going up for like salvage or to take some parts from, and even if there were, they're all going to have the same problem with the 5, 6, 35 years old, and it's probably just going to also break on the way out too. So I thought I'd try and do a little bit of plastic repair myself, and sort of fingers crossed to see how that's going. Struggled way too long to get this back seat out. I was just like trying to lift and push and this and that and everything for ages, but now that I've actually got the hang of it and I know where the clips are, it's pretty straightforward. Basically under the left and rightmost seat you just want to push the whole cushion in, and to get the bar out from the clip underneath, and after I sort of learned that, the bottom of the seat comes in and out super quick, really easy. So but I did like leave out the 20 to 25 minutes that I struggled and trying to remove this, watching videos, trying to do some research to find out how the hell you remove this thing. So yeah, whilst you only see a couple of seconds in this, I definitely struggle over some of the stupidest things for a very long time.
Alrighty guys, so I've just had an idea here. I've been struggling around with getting this trim off the inside for a while. It's all pretty old, like I said a million times before, and really rough. You know, so I can lean back. And so it's pretty prone to snapping and cracking and not being very flexible at all. So other than the broken parts, which I've already taken off over there anyway, these pieces are all intact. And other than this seat belt here kind of being in the way, I happen to think if I just loosen these parts and not take them out the full way, the best solution is in fact just to paint it inside the car. So I'll have to tape everything off really well and obviously get some good ventilation, because this would just be an absolute trap. But that's what I'm currently thinking, because this is also stubborn. I mean, there's glue holding this corner in here, so it doesn't really move at all. I pull that, I'm sure there's going to be a massive crack from here to here. Now the cool thing about painting it while it's in the car is a lot of this I don't think you'd actually be able to see in terms of the overspray spaces anyway, because it'll all be under that back seat and elsewhere. So I actually think that it's probably a pretty good idea. So I'm going to throw around with the idea of doing that. I might take the headliner out, because that's a pretty shitty spot of overspray. I mean, the headliner's all brand new. I mean, I would like to redo it. I know it's new. I mean, I didn't do it, but it'd be cool to potentially have that, you know, black or dark grey or something like that. But here's the inside at the moment. You can see I've taken off pretty much all the passenger side trim as much as I can. I mean, these chairs, the front and passenger chairs, are going to come out soon. Maybe not today. It's so bloody hot at the moment. I'm sweating like an absolute pig, so I might just do a couple more things and then we're done. And while we're here, I'll show you real quick. That's the back seat there. So the bottom, the seat rest, I guess, the back, and then the headrest there. So that's pretty cool. So alright, that's it for now. Back to it. Alrighty, so here's the passenger side of the car. So actually this time got the carpet out. Now the reason why I'm going back to doing this again is when I was under the car last time, we could see a little bit of rust under the passenger side footwell, and I wanted to see just how bad it was and if I needed to do anything about it. So here we pull this up and that's what we've got. So I mean, there's a little bit of rust there, just surface rust. I don't think it's really gone through, but this is really damp. It's really wet. Like, squeeze it and water actually comes out. Like, my hands are all wet now from just squeezing that. My only issue is to take this out, you've got to take it from the driver's footwell as well, and I don't really want to do that. I don't want to have to take all that center console junk out. So I mean, I've got one or two ideas, is just leave it in here, prop it up and sort of air it out for a day or so, which shouldn't be too bad given how hot it's been recently. Or just number two, just cut it. Now if I cut it higher and then pull it out, I think I should be able to, if I cut it like up here, up on top there sort of thing, the rest of the side of the trim should be able to hold it in anyway, so I don't think it's going to be too much weight that it's going to actually like push the carpet in. I need to quickly re-remind myself of what the trim looks like when it's all installed, but as you can see by that bolt there, that's part of where it screws into, so I'm pretty sure it'll be held in there, no worries. So yeah, I mean, basically that's it. I mean, it's all nice and dry here, but obviously it sinks down to there, so that's what we're kind of working with at the moment. So it doesn't look terrible at all by any means, but gonna have to stick with me and go think about it overnight what I want to do with that, and I'll probably ask some mates and we'll see how we go.
So that's basically it for this video. In other news, I bought a second 740 and I got it for a bit of a steal, I think. It does have an intermittent no start problem, so I will be working my way through that slowly, but I did manage to take it for at least one drive and it ran really well, and I was really happy with it. So I've been working on that on the side. I do post some photos and some updates on Instagram a lot more frequently than I do here, so if you want to, you can check that out too. Cheers guys.